Okay, let's go.
What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre. This is another Shogun Talks, Coffee Talk, no decaf. First thing in the morning, y'all. This one of them mornings right here where I just had to get my feet on the floor because your boy is tired. But we got a good topic today, y'all. And the topic today is which dog is better, male or female? So yeah, this is a gender bender episode, man. There are no right or wrong answers, but I did want to cook on that this morning with y'all, man. But first, let me go ahead and shout out our first person in the chat this morning, Mother Loving Dickie, Mother Loving Foster in the building, the real MVP. What's good, big dog? Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Yeah, y'all. Which gender is better? And this is based upon personal experiences, not based upon what I actually think is a better or worse gender, because I don't think there is a better or worse gender personally. Let me go ahead and clear that up right now and make sure everybody understands that this is all about stories, dog stories, talking about the dogs, which gender has been significantly or historically better for you and what you're trying to accomplish. All right. And I'll get my answer a little bit later in the show. But first, I'm going to give some brothers some time to get in here. We're going to take this thing up to about 15,000 feet. We're going to coast. We're going to do our thing, man. Salute Elevated Kennels in the building. What's good, big dog? Salute, salute. Yeah, man. So I did want to, y'all know I'm waiting for people to get in here, man. So I'm just chilling, just cooking up and talking. And so I'm going to give some basic information, man. So one of the things I really got to cover, man, I've been getting a lot more traffic for Digital Dog Show, y'all. The Digital Dog Show, a lot more traffic for it. And I guess a lot of brothers are just now getting onto it, you know. So I think I'm going to have to do some more promotion for it and some more explaining of it, how it works. You know, so if y'all brothers are new to the channel, man, watch this video. If you search Samurai Kennels Digital Dog Show, like there's a ton of content on Digital Dog Show. Like, do me a favor, search it, look at the historical data, see if it's even for you. You know what I'm saying? See if it's even for you, because some of these text conversations can get really lengthy, but you can see it like right up and okay, like that's not for me or that's for me. You know, you can make the decision for yourself based upon historical evidence. But the Digital Dog Show is free to enter. They are monthly. You have from the first of the month to the last day of the month to enter. And then I have to compile the videos, judge them, and then put them out typically a week later after the month is over. So like if you put in for March ends on Monday, March 31st, April 5th, that following Saturday, I'll release the results and we'll vote on Best in Show live. All right. And then April begins, April 1st starts next Tuesday and it runs through April 30th. I don't know what day of the week April 30th is on. You have all month to enter and get it in there. Okay. Now, once you get it in there, you're gonna need a video like this one that I'm about to show you in order to compete. Now, mind you, the video needs to be one singular video that you send me, not just the still pictures, not just the video, not just the teeth image. Put it all together. Mine was a 39-second entry that I just wanted to show y'all what it could look like. It can go all the way up to 2 minutes long. And here is an example of that right up front on the show.
Your submission must include a frontal view of the dog, get the best one you can, a side view of the dog, best angle possible, a proof of scissor bite and healthy teeth and gums, a video of the dog walking to demonstrate proper gait. Gait is the movement of the dog to ensure that it is light and springy as the American Pit Bull Terrier should be. Then you can finish off the video by showing your dog doing any types of work that you want to set it apart from the other competitors in the show. Thank you for watching and enjoy the next digital competition.
Yeah, y'all. So for those of y'all who have been here, it might get a little annoying, but we're getting a lot more traffic. For those of y'all who don't know, we cracked 4,000 subscribers on Monday, I think. And so definitely want to make sure I over iterate and put the information out there, because you can't just assume everybody has it. And we're going to just, hit y'all with that information over and over again. Saturday mornings specifically, I'll be covering the Digital Dog Shows in general, but definitely want to make sure that I'm overtly putting my best foot forward to get it out there. So let's do some more roll call, man. We had Dickie in the building. We had Elevated Kennels in the building. brother Bobby Digital in the building. Yes, sir. Himmy James up in there. You know what it is. Salute, big dog. Heart and Finish Kennels in the building. Yeah, man. That's what's up, bro. So, yeah, today's topic, y'all, is going to be which dog is better, male or female. And I'm going to support my findings with evidence. And so while I'm waiting my brothers getting here, I'll start with a story, a dog story, because this is dog talk. I think I'm gonna do plus or minus on them, and you'll be able to decide really quickly which ones I prefer. You know what I'm saying? Big A in the building. What's good, big dog?
Hey, what's happening, bro? Back
Oh,
in here like I left my keys and wallet. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Big A. So I'm gonna be telling some stories today, man. But the
Yeah.
ultimate answer to y'all, which gender I think is better, man, the male or the female gender, personal opinion, and make sure whenever you need to interject, you interject, bro.
Okay.
Okay. So my first dog, my first American Pit Bull Terrier. I take it all the way back. My first dog. My first dog was like mine. Like it was my responsibility to feed him. Okay, I'll shoot it to you in just a second. My first dog that I had, well, his name was Killer, right? He was a German Shepherd bred dog, a hood shepherd, but a shepherd nonetheless. His mama name was Sugar. His dad name was Bear, and it was owned by Miss Dorothy. Y'all wouldn't know her, but Miss Dorothy, you got me that dog, man. He was a good dog. So I was 9 years old. Me and my buddies were like little rascals. Like no kidding. We actually took cardboard and took one of my granddaddy's old chicken coops. We took cardboard and some lacquer, and we put walls on the old chicken coop, man. We swept it out and everything, and so we cleaned it out. We made it to a little clubhouse. We took our little portable TVs out there and our PlayStation 1s, and that was our little hangout, man. And I was like, we need a guard dog for this. At 9 or 10 years old, we need a guard dog for this. So their mama had a litter of 9 puppies off of Sugar and Bear. They also had a daughter off a previous litter named Cookie, and they would all bite. They would all bite. So I wanted something to protect I would leave the PlayStation outside. We had a drop cord hanging, an extension cord going from the house out to the little PlayStation area, and then we had a splitter where we could hook up the PlayStation, a little fan, and the TV, and that was our hangout spot. And we even had an old deep freezer out there that my granddaddy used to use to skin deer and keep the deer meat in. So we had everything we needed out there, man. Ice pops and all kind of stuff, man. Just some country stuff. But I wanted a dog to guard that stuff because I didn't want nobody going in our little clubhouse. So we get Killer, and Killer was everything he needed to be. There was no formal training in Killer whatsoever. But you're crazy. But so we get Killer grows up, and he does exactly what he's supposed to do, man. So from 10 to probably like 12, 13 before I got into the Bulldogs, Killer was a good dog, man. So Killer is a plus. Killer is a male, Killer is a plus, right? Okay. My next dog that was mine, we moved. I stayed with my grandparents up until middle school, and then we moved out, and we got a trailer on Ronald Britt Road, and that's where I got to the Bulldogs at. On Ronald Britt, there was a lot of people there was just poor caretakers of their dogs, man. And so, like I told y'all, there was a dog named Petey. He was an American Bulldog. He used to chase us around. We could outrun him though, so Petey wasn't a problem. But there was this dog out there named what was her name? She was I can't remember her name. But she was a terror, and she was Ginger. That was her name. She was a brindle pit or a pit mix named Ginger. She was fast and she was mean, and she was one of those man biting dogs on somebody. She would chase the kids, man, and eventually she got one of us, years later. But Ginger, I would say Ginger is the sole reason why I believe in the American Pit Bull Terrier so much. And so the dog I got that was supposed to protect me from Ginger, her name was Misha. A backyard bred dog, heavily paladin influenced dog. And this dog caused me not like paladin dogs because the purpose I got her for was I heard that American Pit Bull Terriers were animal aggressive and that they would, they could whoop, other dogs. I heard that as a kid, right? And I was hoping that the Richard Stratton story was going to work out for me, but it didn't. She did not want no smoke with any other dogs. So the purpose I got her for, she was a minus. She was a negative on that one, man. Y'all heard this the later portion of the story later on. The next dog I got was a dog named Roscoe, and I got him to do what Misha wouldn't do, and Roscoe would. Roscoe, I got him from Mr. KP. I worked there. I was telling you, I worked there. I got him $25 because the dude he didn't have the money to pay me, and so I got Roscoe, and Roscoe did have animal aggression. He wouldn't scratch, but if something came near us, he would defend us from it. So Roscoe was a plus. Roscoe was a plus. It was like I feel safe walking with this dog. So right now we got Misha was a minus, Killer was a plus, Roscoe was a plus. And let me pause real quick and shout out to some of the brothers who just came in the chat, man. Brother RBG just came in the chat. Salute, big dog. What's good, big dog? We're here cooking this morning, y'all. The topic is which dog is better, male or female? So right now, males got 2, females got 1 on my yard. On my yard. Big A, you want to interject? Big A, you want to interject or you good? Salute, City Boy. Salute, Brother Henry James. All right, I'm going to keep pressing. So it was Killer, Misha, Roscoe. The next dog I got was a female dog because I'm like, okay, I got a good male. I want to breed him to a female. So I get a dog from the people who bred Ginger. Her name was Duchess. And Duchess was Misha 2.0. Duchess didn't want to scratch. But mind you, some of this stuff is my fault, okay? I'm not giving you the full backstory. Some of this stuff is my fault. It wasn't all the dog. And let me put that out there first. What I was trying to accomplish with the dogs, I was trying to do with dogs that were under 6 months old. That's it. So Roscoe, let me just say how good of a dog Roscoe was. At 6 months old, he would scratch into a grown dog, and these curs would run away from the 6-month-old puppy because they really didn't want no smoke. They just wanted to chase the kids, and they got enjoyment out of it, chasing the kids. They might even been playing, but these dogs were big, scary looking dogs to a 9-10-year-old kid. Skip Bell was good big dog. Dogman TV, salute. City Boys was good big dog. Yeah, man. So right now, I'm two males positive, 2 females negative on my yard. But it was my fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say the dogs were bad. I just didn't know what I was doing. But even with my inexperience, I had 2 males that were able to outgrow my inexperience, 2 females that didn't survive me as a kid, right? I was like that little boy off Toy Story, Sid, the next door neighbor, the toys was terrified to go over there. The dog was terrified to go over there. So anyways, Duchess had to go, So I went and I met up with my cousin from Clark in North Carolina. And I went and got a dog from him named Sasha. She was an old dog. She had already lived her life. And but she had a couple more litters in her life. She was probably like 7 or 8, but her teeth was gone, man. She was emaciated. But she was a good dog, already grown. And so I did some things with her, around the neighborhood. She set a good precedent. She would scratch, she would scratch hard. I mean, this is probably the smallest adult dog I've ever owned was Sasha. And so Sasha was a plus. Okay. Sasha was a plus. So right now we're at -1 on females on my yard, and we're at +2 on males on my yard, right? So yeah, Sasha was good, but she ended up hanging herself. I had her in a kennel that was too small and a chain on her, and she ended up hanging herself while she was pregnant with puppies, man. So definitely was a setback. But Sasha was a plus. She did what I needed a dog to do to feel comfortable. Big A, you need to jump in real quick.
No, sir. Keep cooking.
Okay, so right now for males, I'm at 2. For females, I'm at -1. All right. Next was Red. She was a female, bought to replace Sasha, and she was a negative, man. She was a negative. She looked good, like conformationally was good. All of these are non-papered animals at this point. She looked good, but she wasn't it. So then there was Angel. She looked like Red. She wouldn't scratch, but she would defend. So she was a plus, you know. So, and females, we still at -1. You know what I'm saying? We still -1. Then came Sirius Black. Sirius Black, I was able to take him and shut down a bunch of the neighborhood. My older cousins in the neighborhood. Sirius went in and stopped his brother. And Sirius was like the first serious dog I had besides Sasha. Sirius would scratch. Sirius would kill varmints. Sirius would bite you, you know. And by the time I got him, I was probably, 15, 16. So Sirius is another positive, okay? And his actual name, the story Shadow the Cur, if you go watch my video, Shadow the Cur, you will know the story of Sirius Black. But Sirius was another good one, man. So y'all can see where I'm going with this trend. So after Sirius Black, I kept him and I kept Red all the way through high school, and they did fine. I never bred them though, but they did fine. And so we get to my first year of college, you know. So I threw summer at Pembroke, and I get kicked out of that program for delinquency, and so I go to BCC instead. And for like actual fall semester during the year of 08, you know, they had some money that the government was giving out for the Pell Grant. So I got $4,000. I went to my mentor, who had been teaching me about the shots and things like that, and I purchased my first 2 paper dogs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, both of them was good. Both of them was good. So you know, like when they talk about paper versus non-paper, like these were, but they were. The male was a pure Cruz bred dog, and the female was a Cruz Mims cross. I've been saying pure Mims, but it was Mims Cruz cross. And yeah, man. But yeah. Let me see. RBG, he said, I prefer females over males because I've noticed after some females reach a certain age, they become more protective of the family. All right. I can see that. And we're going to get to it. I'm going to get to my answer as well, but I'm just telling y'all the stories to let y'all know the evidence behind mine, right? All right, so we get Shaba and Psycho were their names. Shaba and Psycho. And Shaba had rickets. Like, he was an adult dog. I bought him at 2 years old. But what I was buying was a ready-to-breed pair. And this is a warning for all y'all brothers that's just getting in the game, man. Like, I got 2 really good dogs. And even with that, one of them had rickets. But he was bred so good. He was so pure or so heavy on the Cruz stuff that I was like, cool. Like, you know, my mentor was like, no, this dog right here, you can use this dog right here. Like, I don't care nothing about that rickets on his friend. I'm talking about he one of his knuckles was facing the other leg. And he was a good dog, man. He could bite. You know what I'm saying? He could bite. The only reason why I wasn't, you know, out there taking people money with him is because of the rickets. I was afraid that his deformation would cause him to lose, you know. But his sister, Psycho, man, or his half-sister, Psycho, man, she was a monster. A monster. And let me see. City Boy said, Cruz had good stuff. First stuff I ever owned. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so Shaba was a plus, you know, but Psycho, man. Psycho changed the game for me when it came to female dogs. I was tired of getting my head thumped around the neighborhood with these dogs, right? You know, just little rolls and stuff as a kid, you know, a youth. When I got Psycho in my yard, man, I was taking smoke from anywhere it would come from. And they would all say the same. This is where I got so addicted to mouth at, by the way, too, y'all. If you're not addicted to mouth, it's probably because you had a good upbringing and you got to see other things early on. But when you finally get one that can bite, and I mean bite, and everything it bites screams. Everything this dog put her mouth on was screaming. Because that's what they always just joke about. Man, look at that dog hollering and screaming. You know, it's about to quit. It's about to quit, you know. Man, everything she put her mouth on. And don't let it be not a bulldog. Don't let it be not a bulldog. It sounded like bloody murder when she put her mouth on something, bro. I cannot make this up. And so of course, with a little bit of money I had left over, I went and got my second tattoo ever, and that dog's tattooed on my chest. if that tells you anything about the Psycho dog. That dog set the standard for what mouth is to me. You know what I'm saying? So Psycho, definitely a positive. She +2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Psycho set the standard. I never bred her. You know, so I didn't get into this breed. I wanted dogs that could do whatever I wanted them to do. You know what I'm saying? So I never bred them. Ended up getting into some stuff over the dogs. Never no time or like that. I never even got apprehended. So, you know, never was involved with the police, but they were hot. I was hot. So if I had stayed around, I would have been involved. But like I just dipped. I went to Louisiana, joined the military and stuff, and got on the straight and narrow, and been on the straight and narrow ever since. When I came back from Louisiana, like right before I enlisted, like there's a weight called a DEP, delayed enlistment program, where you're signed up, your contract is signed, you're going, but you still got to wait. So I was in the DEP, and I came back and bought a dog from Wade Yarborough, right? Got a dog. His name was Shogun. This is 2009. So I got a dog named Shogun from Wade Yarborough. So I get this dog, Shogun, another good dog. He pretty much was a reincarnate of Sirius Black. Great dog. He's the one that I bought him, and I was sicking him on people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is another one of those dogs that could be redirected to, like, he wasn't a man biter. Like, you can walk up to him and pet him, but if I told him to bite you, he would bite you, man. You know? Yeah, man. And y'all brothers is cooking in the chat too. Big A, you got anything you want to add?
No, sir, man. I'm story time. Shoot, I'm listening.
Okay, cool. So I get Shogun, and I leave him with my partners when I go off the basic training. And of course, they didn't take care of the dog. He died. We're not partners no more. This is where, like, I never want to rely on another human being for the livelihood and sustainment of my animals, unless I'm paying them like a boarding kennel, you know, farm it out to somebody. Like, but no, like, as far as like, just like, hey man, can you watch my dog for me while I go do it? Never again. And like, I trust Big A, absolutely, but I value our friendship too much to even ask that question. I value our friendship too much to even ask that question, bro. Unless I'm willing to lose a dog. But a dog that I plan on keeping in my program and sustaining, if I can't keep that dog, I will. If I can't afford to pay to get it boarded the entire time while I'm deployed or while I'm doing this or doing that, I'm in a bad spot. So money is essential in this game, y'all. Money is essential in this game. Yes, sir. City Boy said them boils and Tobacco Road dogs can bite, man. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. But where was I at? So Shogun, I got him right before I left to join the military. I go back and buy 6 more dogs from Yarborough, right? Buy 6 more dogs from Yarborough. The first one name was Xena, female, red boy, Jocko Bolio, good dog. Plus, she was everything you wanted at that time. Like, this is before my dog training days, so she was scratch. She would take care of puppies. She actually had a litter. I didn't breed this litter. That's why I don't call it my first litter. I sent her to Yarborough to get her bred, and we were going to split the litter. So he did the breeding, he did the whelping, and then I went and picked up the puppies. So out of the 6 dogs I'm talking about, 3 of them were puppies. Okay, none of my puppies survived. They all got parvo and died. So, like, that's why you don't really hear the story that much. But I'm still learning. You know, so I'm only 20 because I enlisted at 19, so I'm only 20. So I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about raising puppies or any of that. All I know is grown dogs. And if you get it to me healthy, I keep it alive. If you get it to me healthy, I can keep it alive as an adult. But I still don't know nothing about puppies either. You know what I'm saying? So I want to put that disclaimer out there. Even at 20 years old, you know, people like, you grew up with dogs. Yeah, I grew up with dogs, not puppies. There's a difference. So I got in over my head. I didn't know at 20. I'm about to sign my first lease. You know what I'm saying? I made sergeant at 21. I'm about to sign my first lease, and I'm paying people and begging people to keep the dogs for me until I can get them. Till I can get my own place. I get my first place. I don't read the lease. I signed the lease to a slumlord, and he allowed pit bulls. He allowed anything, but not as many as I had. He only allowed 2 dogs, right? So I got 6 dogs. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 dogs. Even with the puppies I lost, I just bought more dogs to replace them because I'm in the military now. I got money, and all I'm doing is buying Jordans, clothes, rims, speakers, and dogs. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even buying guns yet. And so yeah, so out of that 6, it was 2 females and 4 males. And yeah. So I ended up losing all these dogs at this apartment, you know, slumlord, out on Sandy Creek Church Road in Goldsboro. I ended up losing all these dogs just to different situations and stuff. And so I get out of dogs. I get out of the game dogs altogether, you know, get out of the game dogs altogether. And I go into, this is during the bully phase. So I went and bought me a bully male, blue dog, the prettiest one I could find, and a blue brindle female. And that female had so many health issues, man. If her collar was on a little bit too tight, she would get this big old swelling up on her neck, fluid build up, man. That dog was so expensive, man. Just to get her vaccinated was $450 because she was considered a pit bull at a veterinarian, and they charged me more because it was considered an aggressive breed, which I think is ridiculous. But it ended up costing me about was $300 for Kanye, the male, and about $450 for Lala to get all the vaccinations all the way through, you know, when I first got him. And so, yeah, man, Shreveport Mike in the house, salute. Skip Bell, salute. Yeah, man. But so Kanye was good though. He was trying to be a stud, but yeah, man, I've been on the dark side, man. You know what I'm saying? And it lasted all of about 6 months. But yeah, I spent all that money, and I had to see it for myself to realize that it wasn't the same thing. They weren't as athletic. They didn't move as good. And what really took the cake was, I will never forget this incident. So Kanye, you know what I'm saying, for what he was supposed to be, a bully, he was a good bully, man. You know, a standard. Actually, he wasn't a standard. He was a classic. But even with him being a classic bully, I took him to a dog park in Goldsboro. It was on Ash. If you've been to Goldsboro, you know where Ash is. There's a park on Ash. It's down the street from where the old Cameron's Clubhouse used to be. Cameron's Clubhouse was a club we used to go to. And I take him to this park, and there's this lady in there with a true American Pit Bull Terrier. Her name was Elise, and I don't remember the dog's name. It was a black dog. And they had an 8-foot fence around the dog park, right? And I take my dog in there, and you know, Elise has her dog, and so when Elise's dog sees us walking up, this dog jumps that 8-foot fence and is headed full head of steam right at my bully. And this is when I realized the bullies wasn't for me. That dog was about to eat my bully because Elise she was by herself. You know, I typically go at times where I don't have to deal with people, and I'm pretty sure she was doing the same thing. That dog cleared that 8-foot. I mean, cleared that 8-foot fence. It was ahead of me with a full head of steam, you know. And I snatched up my bully, who was probably 3 times that dog's size. I snatched him up, and I was just spinning in circles while this dog was chasing my bully around, you know, until Elise could get there. And that day I decided I was going back to the American Pit Bull Terrier. I couldn't do these other breeds, man. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do these other breeds, man. So Kanye was a plus for what he was. And all of these dogs, I'm giving plus or minus for what they were. You know, he was a bully. He was not the bully, you know. Big C was good, big dog. Today's topic, y'all, for those y'all get to hear a little bit later, is which dog is better, male or female, you know. So I get out of dogs, man, and I don't get another. I get one more American Pit Bull Terrier. I get one more, and Rocket. Rocket was that dog, and I actually have a picture of him. I'm gonna put up, man. Rocket was that guy, man. He was really that, man. This dog right here is what Saki is based off of. This dog right here. Okay, this dog did everything. I would say the highest scoring American Pit Bull Terrier I've owned was this dog right here. This dog right here was actually a Chinaman Maverick bred dog, right? Heavy Chinaman Maverick. There was other stuff in there too, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, but like those are the 2 dogs that were most prevalent in his 4th generation or offsprings in his 4th generation were off those dogs, right? And that's Rocket. You know what I'm saying? That guy right there, man. If I still had him, there wouldn't be a Samurai Kennel. I'm gonna just be real with you because he was everything. That dog was everything. The only dog that I would say tops him is Saki, and it's not because of Saki's athleticism. It's because Saki's my bond with Saki and my ability to train Saki. But this dog right here could do what Elise's dog could do. I don't think Saki's clearing no 8-foot fence. I've seen him do a 6-foot fence, maybe a 7-foot fence, but this dog right here would have cleared that 8-foot fence no problem. I'm talking about not jumping, pulling himself over. I'm talking about clear the fence. That's why his name was Rocket, because standing flat-footed, if I had a toy he wanted, he would jump up, and I'm 6 foot tall. He would be looking me eye to eye, like vertical, straight off the ground from a sit. You know, yeah, man. I don't talk about that dog that often, but that dog right there, that's that one. That's that one. RBG said, I can't imagine having to save my dog from another dog. Hey, that's facts. That's big facts, bro. But it happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell these stories to be cool. I tell these stories to be authentic and real with y'all, man. I tell these stories to be authentic and real with y'all, bro. Yeah, Brother John Denbury, yes, sir. You said Skip in here, Skip Bell in here? Yeah. All right. So anyways, Rocket was good. Rocket was really good. And around this time, I was having my first kid, man. I'm having my first kid. So the one breaking factor, and this is before, once again, Rocket, still before my training days, the one hard line was I bred Rocket. I had a puppy off of him. Her name was Carolina Flo. I named her after a dog that I really liked, growing up. I always heard about the Carolina Flo dog. And so I got Carolina Flo, and Rocket was trying to kill her. I guess something turned on in him where he just, only dogs and family he met up until to us was cool. But after that, man, he was trying to kill a 6-week-old puppy. Got my kid home from the hospital, and he didn't like my first son either. So he became a problem. So I didn't kill him, so he never hurt anybody. I took him back to Yarborough, so he went back to Yarborough, and he lived out his life with Yarborough. He lived to be over 12 years old. Good dog. I actually have a picture of him later on with my daughter. I took my kids, and when they got older, to see the dog that I got rid of for my kids. I'm like, y'all are here, and I got rid of this dog because I love y'all so much, but I want you to see this dog. I want you to put your hands on this dog. And there's a picture of me at Yarborough's house with my daughter and my sons, my oldest 3, and they're out on the yard playing with his dogs and stuff, man. It was a good time. And they got to see him, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to see him. So yeah, man. Yeah, Bobby Digital said he does motherline dogs, motherline breeding. So females this thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very, 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 very profound answer. K-Walk, salute. Skip Bell says, salute, Big A. You be ducked off.
Hey, salute. I'm driving, man. I can't be looking at anything, bro. Trying to get home safe. Okay. Yeah. But salute though. Salute, Skip.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got anything you didn't want to interject, Big A?
Nah, man, shoot. I'm sitting there just sitting there listening to story time, man. I'm enjoying it.
All right. Cool, man. So yeah, man. I had to let Rocket go, man. Also during this time, I was getting ready to go to Kuwait. So this is 2013. So I'm getting ready to go to Kuwait, and I'm gonna be gone. And yeah, so I took him back to Yarborough. Carolina flew back to Yarborough, and I go to Kuwait. While I'm in Kuwait, I get an assignment to Korea. So this is that 5-year period where I'm just not in the country. So I'm in Korea for 2 years. I'm in Kuwait for 7 months. I was able to come back and check in with family, but no time to get a dog. I get back from Korea in 16, and 6 months later, I was in Afghanistan. I get back from Afghanistan in 18, and now I'm ready to get a dog. Big Hill, what's good, big dog?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
Oh, man,
Hey.
Cooking up, bro. What's good with you?
Salute,
Yes,
salute.
sir.
Yeah, Big Hill. So we talk about which is better, man. The male or the female dog, which is better, man? I'm just giving y'all my stories before I give y'all my answer. I get these stories and I filibuster to give some purpose to my answer, bro. But you got anything you want to add before I jump in, Big Hill?
No, go ahead, bro.
Okay. So I get back from Afghanistan in 18. So I left in 13 for Kuwait. I'm finally settled back in the States in 18 from Afghanistan, right? So I'm ready for a dog now. I done been overseas. I done trained overseas. I done been with the Korean Jindos. You know what I'm saying? With the wild dogs of Kuwait. You know, I've been training. I'm certified. You know, I'm certified. I got the bug from training with the military police dogs over in Kuwait for the vehicle searches and everything. And I'm ready to train. So what I go get BJ. You already heard that story. I don't need to talk about that. He was a good dog. Plus, if you haven't heard it, I think Monday's live we talked about it or whatever. But yeah, man. So anyways, and then after him came Bacardi. Bacardi was good. Bacardi's the mother of the old yellow line, so Bacardi's a plus. All right, and then next came Dior. Dior was a plus. I got her from Ready Red Kennels. Dior was a plus. I liked her. There's a short on her from yesterday. I just released called Dior. And then after Dior, there was a break. And then I went and got stud. I went and got two studs. I got a stud from Apache Kennels, Knucklehead to Bacardi, and a stud from Apache Kennels, Artie to Dior. So we had 2 litters of puppies. My first 2 litters, both of them were pretty successful. Bacardi was a great mother. She all 5 puppies were whelped and lived. With Dior, she had 5, 3 survived. You know, and out of those 3, 2 are in Oklahoma. One is in Dallas, Texas. So yeah, but the people still have. I can still check in on them. So I guess the breedings were okay. You know, this is back in 21. Yeah, because Saki was born in 21. So yeah, these breeders were done in 21. Then Saki comes along. Obviously, he's my favorite of all time. Like for right now, in the future, there might be more. You know, Rocket and Saki are like neck and neck. I don't really know who's my favorite out of the 2 of them. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But they neck and neck. But Saki's here, so he's my favorite because he's here. I can still lay hands on it, right? But there was Saki, and then there was Hendrix. He was just a gift to my wife from Apache Kennels. Hendrix was good. Hendrix was a good dog. But he didn't fit my program. And since I was one, really, he was my wife's dog on paper, but he was my dog for care. So I ended up selling him. After Hendrix, who else did I have? Oh, there's Critter. You know what I'm saying? She was good. She was a good dog. I passed her on to 601. She was a gift as a replacement dog from Texas Dog Pound. I passed her on to 601. Good dog. Yeah. And then there was this litter right here, and there was Kamikaze, Mission, Trina, Whitehead, and Tank. The whole litter was good. You know what I'm saying? So that whole litter was good. So that's my history on which dogs is better. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, on my yard, the males have a significant better history than my females on my yard. All right. This new current breeding I done with the Kamikaze in them and everything, like the females are definitely more aggressive. But for what I get the dog for, like my purpose in mind when I get the dog, the males have lived up to my standard better than females on my yard. So all of that, 30 minutes into the video, my answer. Males are the better dog for me on my yard thus far in my journey. And I'm going to pass the mic to my brothers. Big Hill, y'all there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Yeah. I just think, man, it depends on, what use in your lifestyle and what it does for you, I think if you trying to start from scratch, and you were started with one dog, me personally, I would start with a female, just off the fact of the way that I live and my lifestyle. I'm gonna have house dogs, and so having a female starting off, man, it's a proven fact that, man, they're easier to housebreak and go through the process, and then the whole 9. But ultimately, I want that uh, that real good stud, that real good dog, man, that real good male. But it all comes down to like your purpose and what you in it for. Because if I was, if I was just in it to have a good dog, just a dog play, just period, I'd go male, you know, all day, twice on Sunday.
That's fair enough, and that's an accurate assessment, bro. That's clear. Big Hill, what you think, bro? You there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Female all day for me. Female all day for me. Open shut case. Female all day for me. I'll make my males with the female. I need a nice female. Female. Once I got a female that's built the way I like it and the attitude I like it, and if she a good mother, sky's the limit for me. Salute.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hey,
That's
man, I'm
what's
glad
up.
y'all said that, bro. Who else was that said? Ty said a female. Viking royal family. Salute, big dog.
Salute,
Yeah,
Viking.
yeah, because
Somebody else
that's
in the
what
chat. Let me see about that comment.
yeah, because that's why I was saying, like, if I had to, if I could only have just one dog and that was my only purpose, just to have a dog, then it would be a male all day. But other than that, female, yeah.
And so, Big A, that right there is what I'm talking about. So when I got into this, I didn't get into this to breed. I wanted a
Mhm.
singular dog. And I
Yeah,
told you, man, my kennel partner got me to get Bacardi. I wanted a male dog.
yeah.
I just wanted to build me a protection dog. I didn't care about breeding. That came later.
Hmm.
But yeah, Bobby Digital said he does motherline breeding, so female is his thing.
Yeah.
He agrees with Big Hill. Big C said
Hmm.
female. So
Yeah.
but for my purpose of protection work, I didn't want no female. I didn't want to go through the process of building a female. I didn't.
Yeah.
BKM said, same here, Hill, in those woods, in those words. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So I remember like my mentor had gave me he had gave me a blue, man, and I was all, I had the blue, and the blue was pretty, man. I'm talking about pretty, but it wasn't. It could have been. It had a lot. It had a lot of things it could have had added to the pot with it. But I remember I would go around, man, and nobody really fooled with my mentor when you said blues, because nobody liked them fooling with them blues at all, and in the whole area. So you know what I'm saying, me having a dog in there, I would be asking people, I'm trying to stud them out, nobody try to fool me, and that's one of the reasons when I said, man, I'm about to stop fooling with these blues altogether, man. But I would be, nobody was there. I was like, dang, man. So at the same time, I respected the game because I'm new and I just want to get puppies on the ground and the whole nine. But I was like, okay, um, if I were to start my own thing, man, I would, this is me as a youngster with no real guidance and nothing, me just looking at that from the outside looking in or whatnot. And I'm like, man, it would be better for me to start with a female, man, because people are always asking, always willing to stud out or whatever the case may be. And if I had to dig in my pockets or whatnot, I'd rather come with that. And then I ain't got to ask anybody for anything. You know what I'm saying? So, as I got older, and started learning a lot more about things, man, I started to,
Big A, you there?
yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my Wi-Fi. I mean, I'm pulling up to the Wi-Fi, so I might go out in this for a second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. Let me read y'all this question real quick. This is a good question. Skip Bell says, y'all tell me this. Why dogs love a woman? When a woman brings up a dog, it seems like they follow him up more. From a training aspect, bro, women typically are more energetic and enthused in training. I'm just using training because I've seen this with female trainers versus male trainers. With male trainers, man, we be like drill sergeants. Sit down, out, come. But the dog is gonna do it because you're authoritative, right? But authoritative leadership versus like committed leadership, right? So a committed leader, you know what I'm saying? They think about what the person want, all this stuff, and so the female, she's like, "Come here, boy, come here, girl." Like it's just more inviting. So I mean, which one would you rather be with? You know what I'm saying? Get over here, sit down. I said sit. You know, or sit. Good boy, good boy. You know, like women just talk to the dog different. They just interact different, man. You know, it's just like my kids, man. You know, my kids love me, man, but my wife give them something different. You know what I'm saying? I give them that daddy love. And mama, my wife gives them motherly love. You know, and I think it's the same thing with the dogs, but that's my personal opinion. Big Hill, Big A, what y'all got?
Oh man, shoot, I'm just walking through the door, man. You got to give me a second.
Okay. But yes, Skip, that's my thoughts on that, man. You know, that's my thought. Orange Juice Jones, what's good, big dog? OJJ. So yeah, personal thoughts on that, Skip. It's just that from what I've seen interaction wise, women typically just are more nurturing, and I'm not gonna say the dog loves them more, and definitely I don't think the dog respects them more. Like when my dogs ain't behaving for a wife, I can come out there and say it's just like with the kids. I can go out there and give a command. They're gonna follow my command faster. They're gonna follow my wife's command, but they'd rather be around my wife. You know, they would definitely rather be around my wife. You know, she's nicer. You know, she gives them what they want. I give them what they need. You know, that's daddy versus mama love. You know, or you know, male versus female love. Big Hill, you back, bro?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, loud and clear. Big A was cooking before I answered Skip question. Big A was cooking on male and female. You already kind of gave your concrete answer, bro. And I think you kind of snapped it, Big Hill. The chat is with you on that one, bro.
Salute the chat. Salute.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that's my thought of it. That's my thoughts on it. But yeah, man, like these topics, man. Shouts out to EQ. He watches all the videos, man, and gives a lot of feedback, and was saying that these topics are kind of out of the ordinary topics, you know, out of the ordinary topic or a different perspective on topics that have already been covered. So we're gonna keep these coming to y'all, these morning shows. You know, we're gonna try to think outside the box and give you different perspectives on it. But I do want to. Yeah, that's right, Ty. That was a great question. Great question. And Hemi, that was a great answer as well. They possibly have lower expectations of what they want from a dog, putting the dog at ease more. Yeah. And for those of y'all who don't know, I be reading these things and paraphrasing them to make it sound like how I would say it, you know. So, but that's not exactly what it says. But I do have Hemi's actual response on the screen. Yeah. So Big A, Big Hill, y'all got anything else y'all want to add before I open up the panel?
No,
I'm good.
No, man.
Okay, all right, y'all. So I'm about to drop the link in the panel. If anybody wants to come on, you can. If I don't know you and you got your wrench, you know what I'm saying, you got to show your face or whatever, just a security measure, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to getting slip through the cracks.
I do wanted you to run through the dog shows coming up. If that's possible, we could make that a daily thing, man. Keep people in the know.
For sure.
You
But
know.
it's good. All right, so the dog shows that I'm currently tracking, and we went through these yesterday as well. But we like Brother Big A said, we're gonna keep flooding y'all with it, man. Maybe you change your mind the day of the dog show, and there's one in your area. All right. So on the West Coast, coming up for the next 60 days, on April 19th, we got the Riverside Dog Show in Riverside, California. It's a one-day dog show, fun show. We got the Howard Heisel Classic coming up on May 24th out here in Arizona, one-day fun show. There are several ADBA shows up and down the East Coast. I want to say the Tri-State got one, Palmetto State has one, and
the Show Me State.
Yep, Missouri has one, Oklahoma has one, and Colorado have one over the next 60 days. Over the next 60 days. The other shows, other than the two West Side ones and the They're all on the ADBA website for specific dates and times. Make sure you check that out. You can also check out yesterday's live. We actually showed that schedule, and I will add a segment in the show where we just talk about shows and how to get active. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I'll try to let y'all know in the future what events are going to be offered at the show, whether it's just a confirmation show, if they're going to have a slap meal or a weight pull out there, so you can get your dog prepared for whatever activities you want to get it prepared for, be abundantly ready for the show you're getting into. Luck favors the prepared.
Yeah, man, and shout out to Belgium, and I think they're having a ADBA dog show over there too. It was two shows overseas, man. Shout out to all the people overseas that's tuning in, man. We got you.
Yeah. Philippines too, man. The Philippines too. You know what I'm saying?
The
I'm gonna stop.
The APDR Game Changers Club has March Madness coming up the 29th this weekend. And then every year, this is how people can know. So the pig picking is the last Saturday of July every year. So it should be on the 26th this year.
And Elevated, you're going to be doing a live broadcast
yes, sir.
from upcoming shows, man.
Yes,
So
sir. I'm going to be live broadcasting the March Madness show and the ADBA show at the 5th.
And where can everybody go to see that?
Elevated Kennels on YouTube.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So MKM has a good question. MKM said, at shows, can anyone video record, or is it typically a no phone zone? So let me share this with y'all. At the shows, typically, yes. My number one answer would be yes. But I have a habit of getting a hold of the person that's like the vendor and just doing the courtesy of asking that question. All right, but most shows, the purpose of a show is to show the dogs and to push them out there. So most shows want that. They want that kind of attention, unless you're at a more of a private show. So definitely know your vendor and just ask that question when you get there. Typically, the registration table, they can tell you.
So it's a public event, right? And the majority of the time in public events, you can record them. It's not like, I mean, I don't know that that's their rule for 100%, but that's a legality. You know, it's a public event. You can record in public places legally.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. And when y'all check out that live broadcast, it could give for newcomers, man. It could definitely give you guys some insight on what to expect if you were to go to an actual physical show. But in the meantime, in between time, we got these digital dog shows coming next year once a month, man. You can't miss out on that.
Big C's right. Big C's right. When you do video the dogs, not the person. Have courtesy video from the waist down.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes. 100%. 100%. Everybody doesn't want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just want their dogs to be seen and to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very valid point.
Shout out to Big C, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I video a lot of stuff, so if you don't want to have your face on camera, you see me coming in a purple shirt, go the other way.
Hey, but
it's a family thing, so I'm not trying to get people's face, but
even with our videos on YouTube, man, like look like this right here, man. Most time we just want to show the dogs, anyways, you know. And I didn't even know what Triple J looked like for the first probably. I've been following Triple J since the 2000 teens, man. I just figured out what he looked like in the last 3 or 4 years.
Same, bro. I went to buy dogs and nobody knew what Elevated Kennels looked like at first. So like they thought that my buddy was the one buying dogs. And then after I'd done checked his dogs out and everything, looked them all over, I was like, I want that one. He was like, oh, you're getting one too? I said, no, I am the one getting one. I want that one.
Yeah, man. Because like even though we're very public with what we do, man, it's still a private thing, man. You know. And I'll give you another example of that. I told y'all I accidentally exposed a $20,000 dog getting ran off the field, Malinois, you know, and the owner of that was not happy about me releasing that video. So I didn't know that video was not for the public. That's why I always ask now, you know, That's why I always ask, man, like, you know, where can I share this? Can I share it on social media, or is it just for me to record and have my personal reference? You know, there's a lot of y'all who send me videos of your dogs, but I won't post them unless you specifically request it or if I ask you for permission to post it. Because
Yeah.
man,
Can I interject? Can I interject? Yeah, let me say something to that real quick, man. So when you guys do send in videos and pictures, man, say what you want when you send it. Say, hey, can you share this, or hey, this is just for you. You know, that'll help out a lot.
Yeah, like once again, this video right here was submitted by one of our channel members, and like I said, I always ask, man. He was just showing me that I like the area. I really wish I had a 4-wheeler in an area like this, and where I could take my dog to. And Orange Juice, man, I appreciate it. Orange Juice says, I love this channel. Y'all have piqued my interest again in the real American Pit Bull Terrier. I grew up in Atlanta. I always just loved the dogs, period. Back in the early 90s, my friends and I had Staffordshire Bull Terriers. Hey, salute to you on that, man. And I'm glad we're bringing this positive light, man, and piquing people's interest in them. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes, sir.
Ty602 said, whoops.
Yeah.
As far as the topic goes, the which one's better, male or female, right? I have a very high active number of females. So throughout time, I've saw the better females make my males better through breeding. You know what I mean? Like I started out with good females and I bred them to a good male, and I've gotten better males from that than even their litter mates.
Yeah, what I can say, and you know, one of the things that I observe, man, is females do a lot better when it comes to schooling other dogs on just you know, courtesies, the common courtesy type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Around just period. So you know, I like that with the female dogs. You know. Yeah, because I mean that's the main thing that I'm doing with Michonne. She's gonna be teaching dogs as they pass through my location. You know.
Yeah, man. And this is the thing. See, Big A's had success with training females, man. I've always had more success with training male dogs. And since that's my thing, like my biggest pastime with my dogs is training, I think that's why I'm a little biased as well.
Yeah, man. I think when it comes to males, I think I bond different with males than I do females. You know, like I don't know. It's just it's hard to explain. You know, it's just a different bond that I have between the two, and it's definitely both strong, but they just different. You know.
Yeah. I feel kind of like an outcast today, though, man. I feel like that's why I had to go ahead and tell my story, man. Because hey, y'all boys was like females, like the chat was like, you know, unanimous.
So if I'm showing a dog, right, you would have better luck out of a male because of the heat cycles would throw off which shows you get to go to. You would probably miss a March show sometimes, and you'd probably miss the fall show, somewhere around there, if your bitch typically goes in heat in those times.
Yep.
Like, I've had a lot of females that I would love to take to dog shows, like Eleanor. I would love for her to go this weekend, but she's in heat, so I'm not going to do that to other people's male dogs. There should not be a female dog even remotely in heat around a dog show.
Yes, sir.
It makes the male sniff the ground the whole time.
Big JT, what it do?
Hey, what it do, man?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Nah, Elevated, that's right. That's a rule for most shows that no females in heat.
I thought that was all shows. Not just ABP. I mean, not just all dog shows. Just not even the fun dog shows or anything. I thought that was all dogs. Period.
Both of the flyers.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. And both of the private shows that I'm going to this year, the South Bottom and the Howard Hounslow Classic, man, neither one of them had that on their flyer. But that's just a common courtesy. But if you're new, you don't know that.
Yeah, Shout out to South Bottom.
I could see me going to a show, hoping that I'm gonna get a stud at that show by bringing a female in the heat. And that doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm going to the show. I'm gonna see a dog I like, and I'm gonna ask somebody to breed to it. On the spot. But yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, y'all.
Yeah. Even if you were to do that, man, I wouldn't have the dog at the location. I'd have the dog in the area if you out of state, know.
Well, every dog show I've ever been to, there's been at least one dog show up empty. So that's why I said something about it. Every dog show I've ever been to, there's been at least one dog come that's either 2 weeks before she was going to go in the heat, or 2 weeks after she was in the heat, or full blown bleeding right everywhere.
Yeah.
I've seen everything in between. Like, you shouldn't bring a female if it's 2 weeks before her heat, because she still smells like that.
Yeah.
Just like after. It lingers a little while.
Yeah. And that's my fear with these two shows I'm talking about going to is old Kazi, man. She's late for her heat. So I'm like, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's why I've been on the fence about Mercy. Eleanor coming to heat and their sisters. So I was like, I don't know. She might come to heat like she ain't looking like it, but I'm thinking it should be around the same time.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all, man. Friday, I want to share this with y'all now, man, so y'all can go ahead and have y'all dagger, y'all blade sharp, y'all defense tight for Friday. Friday morning, the topic of conversation is going to be the American Pit Bull Terrier community single-handedly defeats cancel culture. American Pit Bull Terrier community single-handedly defeats cancel culture. And that on Friday, man, because like this community, bro, that's a lot of kudos to be given out on Friday, man. Y'all know our last Friday Elevate, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all brothers had this episode rocking last Friday. Big Hill, Big A, man, y'all brothers was boy. Y'all was calling names, y'all was bruh, man, good. If y'all ain't see last Friday episode, man, y'all need to go watch last Friday episode, man. That thing was crazy.
Yeah, and hey man, made you miss your morning workout.
Yeah. It was all good, man.
Yeah, man.
Skip Bell says, OJ, it's just about finding someone who stands on the stuff they have. Other than that, you can start anywhere. Because any day, anytime, the next man's stuff can show up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very, very valid point. Very, very valid point.
Yeah, man.
And,
hey, shout out to the UK, man. I just want to say shout out to the UK, man. They've been fooling with us lately, man. I gotta,
Salute.
Man.
UK, salute.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, shout out India too,
India, salute.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Korea.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's the what kind of working game dogs do they have in Korea?
The Korean Jindo is their net, like their dog. Just a picture of the Jindo.
Yeah.
Them some mean workers though. I'm gonna tell you right now.
What kind of work? What were they bred for?
Bred to hate people.
Particularly people. So you would say they were more man biters than anything?
And I ain't met a Jindo yet that would let you touch it if it didn't know you. This is a Jindo. Very, very, very reminiscent of the Shiba Inu.
Yeah, it's got a nice build.
Are you, Dre?
What's that?
You been bit by one?
I could tell by the way he said their name. He was like this fucking Jindo.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. I'm not a fan of the Jindo, man.
Yeah.
the Koreans, they be using cable tie-outs, and like they don't have yards because it's so metro. So like you'll walk past the alley and it'll be a Jendo on a 20-foot cable tie-out, and you know what I'm saying? It comes running at you with full head of steam. And I'm like, man, when it pops that cable, that little cheap cable they got it on, man. You know, I'm gonna have to kill this dog, bro. You know, and they come in with hate in their eyes, man. With hate in their I haven't met a nice Jendo yet, unless you knew it from a puppy.
Yeah. Have you so you ran across them often?
The Jendo, like the Jendo is as popular over there as the lab is over here, bro. Like, that's bro. Look at the name of it, Korean Jendo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their dog. You know.
Yeah, I like that. I like that name, Jendo. Though that's hard, man. I like that. Yeah.
What does it mean?
Hey, bro, don't get me lying. It means dog hell spawn. That's what it means. Hell spawn.
Yeah. Hey, what other dogs did you see over there that really caught your eye? Like Asian, like not like, you know what I'm saying, not like a German Shepherd or something. I'm just saying, like, what kind of dogs did you see over there that really caught your eye?
Well, other than the Jendo, it looked like America. Like there was on any given Friday night, I would see a Rottweiler or an American Pit Bull Terrier walking down the SED, this Songtong Entertainment District. You know, when you did
see the bulldogs, were they bulldogs?
They were, yeah, but they weren't well bred. Like
okay,
like what we would consider scatterbred over here goes for like 2,500 in Korea. You know,
okay,
it's referring to the island of Jendo over there, so it's named after the island. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't care. I'm gonna say right now, this is where I was trying to learn my dog training stuff, man, and I got snapped at by a couple of Jendos, you know.
Yeah,
you're trying to snake whisper them Jendos. That's what you're trying to do.
They didn't speak English, you know what I'm saying? Jendo didn't speak English, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Jendo was like, food, you know.
Yeah,
it means food, you know. Yeah, man. But good time, man. Good time with them dogs, man. Showing up what to do, big dog.
Show enough. Yeah, who the meanest? You know what I'm saying? Kiss the Converse. Show enough.
I would say that the craziest thing I saw over there, man, was these things called Bengal cats. And let me see if I can find them for you, man.
Yeah.
Them cats, man. I don't know why you would want one of these in your house. The biggest ones I've seen could definitely eat a small child. Definitely eat a small child. You know.
Yeah. I think, are they long?
They long and tall, man. Like
okay.
Like a leopard cross. You know what I'm saying? This is a small one. This is a kitten right here. But they would have them in the pet stores, you know, and they got the glass window, and they would have one sitting in there. They're about the size of a small dog, you know, a pit bull, small, you know, 30, 40-pound pit bull.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Taco the City, man. He said your female dog's heat cycle will link together. Your whole yard will come in at one behind another if one comes in. Yeah. And Drake, tell them about your experience with you know, the old yellows or whatnot with all the females.
Okay, so with them THK, where I got Bacardi from, she has a sister named City Girl, and so Bacardi's first heat, I called him. I said, "Hey man," I said, "Hey man, Bacardi's in heat, man. I'm thinking about breeding her, you know, just running the behind and stuff, you know, because I got the dog from him." And he's like, "Oh, the City Girl came to heat 2 days ago, right?" So we both skipped that breed. It was the first heat, you know. I was just in a rush, so we skipped that heat. So the next time he called me, he said, "Hey man, City Girl in the heat, man." I said, "Man, you won't believe this, man. Bacardi's in the heat too." And so it was a trend, man. And then when Big A and I got our breeding off of them with Michonne and Kazi, same thing, you know. Big A can call me and say, "Hey man, Michonne's bleeding," you know, and you know, within typically 7 days of that time frame, Kazi's bleeding as well. So that's one of the things, you know, it could be something to look into, man. You know, is your bloodline consistent? You know, my Dior dog, she might go in heat once a year. She had irregular heat cycles. But elevated, I do like what you said. My dogs typically go in once in the spring and once in the fall or winter time. One spring, one fall, winter.
Well, and like they'll link up. They'll get to where all the females seem like they link up, where you'll have 8 females in heat at one time, and then the next time it'll be like half and half and they'll be like 2 weeks off. Like it's not exact. Like they'll fluctuate too back and forth. Like, oh, Rose may come, one dog may come in the heat now, and then one day it might flip flop next time. It's really weird. I usually have pretty good. I can about tell you when a bitch is going to come in the heat on my yard, pretty much. But it usually fluctuates just a little, depending on weather and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I have quite a few in heat right now. I have Eleanor in heat. Vixen's done been bred. Dirty Girl's done been bred. The only one that ain't in heat right now is Mercy and Sissy.
Okay, so I got a question for y'all. Then, what are situations that when you breed, that can cause the female not to take?
Mostly, it just depends on their ovulation cycle. Honestly, that's really the maker or breaker of whether a breeding takes or not, because that is never a dead set time. She could ovulate early this time and then late next time, and it can change when they ovulate. Same as women. So like really the maker or breaker whether or not it takes is when they're ovulating, and if you have live semen in her at that time.
How do you tell when they are at their peak?
You
when
can't
they're
tell by
obvious.
looking at them.
I know, but is there a way to tell, like medically or anything like that?
They can do a progesterone test, and they check her progesterone level, and they're not really looking for a specific number. They're looking for a spike or a fall in it.
Okay, but I'm saying, would you have to take the dog, your female, in twice so they can measure it first and then have something to go off of, or do they have a standard of what it should be?
Yeah, see, I would say you probably take it in. No, see, the number can fluctuate. It can be different for different females. So they do like a base one, like you're talking about. We'll get a number, and then they'll watch it, and when it falls, that's when she's ovulating or spikes. I don't think there's much science in whether or not it's the fall or the spike that determines whether or not that's the ovulation. Like, I've never had progesterone tests done, but I kind of understand it. And you can get progesterone testers on the internet. They sell them, and I mean, Bubba Mex has talked about them before.
Okay.
But really, by the eye, there's no way to tell. Usually, there was an old rule: 7 in, 7 out, or whatever. And like I breed them. It says commonly day 9 to 13 or whatever is usually around their ovulation period. But I start breeding them day 7, and I'm still by day 14. I've done my last breeding because I'll skip a day in between each one. And I have a pretty high success rate of getting off of doing that. And I'll do 3 to 4 lockups.
And see, I guess I'm kind of old school with it. I've always done the way I was taught, man. But the progesterone is a good measurement, man. If you want the scientific side of it, but with this one, I like the art of it more than the science. And so what I do is, man, they bleeding, then it goes to like a more of a oranges viscous thing, man, and then the actual vulva kind of starts to go down. But what I check is, man, I'll put on a glove and I'll go back there and you just rub next to her, to her female parts. And when she starts flagging, that's when she's ready, man. And most of my dogs I only stick them one time, and I've only done 4 or 5 breedings total, and But in my 5 breedings, it's always taken if I just wait for them to start flagging, man. And that's just me old school. But the progesterone is the scientific, like you're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? With me, it's just I like what I was taught, and it's worked. So I ain't spending no money. I ain't breaking what's working for me right now. If I get some females that ain't taking, then I guess I'll get more involved in learning that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Does everybody understand? Like I know y'all understand. Does everybody know what flagging is?
Explain it.
You can pull up the breeding video of Mason and Eleanor. She flags him hard in that video.
Yeah, hold on just a second, man. Say, I'm gonna break it up. I'm scared to show that because sometimes with stuff like that, man, you gotta be real careful when you put it on the internet. Real
Yeah.
careful on the internet. And with like the YouTube, I don't think we care, but we're also live on Facebook right now as well.
Got you.
But so just to make this clear, just because a female is flagging does not mean she's ovulating. Some bitches are horny and they'll flag just because. So that's not necessarily a whole scientific, because they said in the thing it said got to wait till they're flagging. I have had litters off of bitches that never flagged the whole time.
And that's fair because like every female is different. The thing about the flagging thing that I noticed is also because I do all my breeders by myself. I don't call people over to help me with my breeders. I kind of like it that way, but with the flagging, I noticed that the females are typically a little bit more receptive. They still, they're reaching back trying to hit the male, but it ain't the same as when they not flagging. And Crockett, he explained it very well. They put their tails to the side. They present themselves. They push their tail to the side and present themselves for the male to do the breeding.
Yep. And some want to breed. Some are in that stage of life where they want to breed, and some are interested in it. Like you'll see females that aren't interested in it, period. So they won't even flag. Like my mom's dog, she never flagged. Sissy never flagged. Not the first litter. She was more aggressive than anything.
I'll tell you something else I noticed about dogs that flag and tape. The ones that I bred that flagged, because Dior didn't flag like Bacardi did. It was very subtle. She was just tilted to the side. It was actually still difficult for the male to mount her. But with the dogs that I bred that have flagged, right? They typically took better care of the puppies. And I've only had 3 females to do this, by the way. So I don't have a mass number of dogs that I bred, but the 2 that flagged definitely took better care of their puppies than the one that didn't flag.
Yeah. They can have false heats also, same as a false pregnancy. Their heat won't be near as long. It won't be 2.5 weeks, or whatever it is. Yep. Like it'll be just short, a couple of days. And they typically won't flag when they're having a false heat.
Yeah, man. I also think going back to the heat cycle in general, breeding can change, can throw off their heats as well, man. Like I noticed after my dogs breed, it'll shift the months. Like normally, let's say if it's July and November, then after I breed them, it might shift to June and December. Just depending on when the puppies were whelped.
Yeah, it'll set itself back like 50 days, 64 days. Same time as the pregnancy is, just about. And then about 4.5 months after your puppies, you can about expect your bitch to come back in heat.
Yeah.
So when you start seeing puppy teeth fall out, keep an eye on your female because she's about to come back in heat again.
Brother Soul Power in the building.
Hey,
Brother Soul, you be proud, man. I got them cucumber seeds popping, man. I got them cucumber seeds popping, bro. Yeah, man.
Hey, good job, Larry. Yeah.
But I hate to do this to y'all, but I gotta make it to the gym this morning. It's 5:45 here, y'all. So y'all brothers go ahead and make y'all ways around, man. And we definitely gonna we're gonna link in tomorrow. I'm gonna get up early on Friday so we can cook longer on Friday, y'all. Fridays and Saturdays.
Himmy just said what I was talking about. A week coming in, a week in, and a week out. So that's 7 in. There was an old saying. I can't exactly remember how they said it, but it was something about like 7 in, 7 out. And that middle 7 is about when you breed them.
Right.
So that's I'll find out how exactly you say that old saying, and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it's your boy Big A, man. You know what it is, man. Back in here like I love my wallet and keys, man. You know what it is, man. Tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes, sir. Salute, Big Hill fam. Catch me over YouTube, Big Hill fam. Other than that, I'm rolling with the Shogun Army. Salute, Bulldog community.
Yes, sir. It's the Elevated Kennels. You can hit me up on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all of them. And the Show Dog Journal will be coming out really, really soon. I think I'm going to probably have some subscriptions to give out to people in person at this dog show, hopefully. So everything works out.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you fellas, for real.
No problem.
Salute.
Sir, appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, panel, all of y'all, man. Thank you for the support.
Salute to South or to Dogman C for the dog on the cover. That's DMD's Batman, I believe.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Salute.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who came through this morning, everybody who's going to watch this on the replay. My brother Soul Power said he's going live today, man. So make sure y'all get over to Soul Power channel, check him out. Learn some stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pot these seeds this weekend, man, and I'm gonna start germinating some more. So if they go wrong, I got another batch coming in right behind them, man. Tomorrow morning, I don't have a topic for tomorrow morning, but Friday morning is the the Bulldog community single-handedly overcame or defeated cancel culture. We're gonna talk about that on Friday morning, y'all. But until then, man, let me hit y'all with this Christian watchword. Get y'all out of here for the day. Get y'all to work safe. Please don't text and drive. For those y'all who pray, stay. For those y'all who don't, you're welcome to leave, man. No smoke. But please bow your heads with me right now while I give y'all this Christian watchword. Oh, stand by. Hold on. MK Nitpick, he says, send prayers up for Mr. Floyd Boudreaux and his family. The Godfather needs our prayers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man.
Yeah, I think he fell and hurt his hip. I believe.
So in this Christian watchword, man, I'm gonna make sure this Mr. Boudreaux, we care about you, man, and this one goes out to Mr. Boudreaux, man.
I'm gonna make a Facebook post with a picture of my picture with him. Everybody that has a picture with Mr. Floyd, get on there and post your pictures underneath it, and I'll send it to his grandson.
Yeah.
Support.
Yes, man. Keep on scratching Mr. Boudreaux. Please bow y'all heads with me. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen.
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 Love of the dogs.
For the
For the
love of
love of the
the game.
game.
Peace.
Yes, sir.